hello. This is actually, I'm going to show you the Mirage. I'm going to show you a walkthrough of Mirage to a point, because I've just eaten here and I'm feeling ill. No, what I mean is that I've eaten too much, and also I've been disappointed, and I hate being disappointed by Mirage. So, a little peek of the buffet from here. There you go. Now, we've seen it enough times. The casino, of course, I try not to shave, but I don't think I can show the casino in detail. This is the entrance to the Mirage Cravings Buffet. Very nice big entrance. There's never a real lineup, which is lovely. If you're a Pearl member of the Players Club, you skip the lineup, but in this particular buffet, it doesn't really matter. I won't tell you anything about the buffet because I've already had an extensive review and I've written extensively on top-buffet.com, so you gotta check that out. Don't you like this huge slot machines? Various bars inside. I mean, I'm not showing you from the entrance, but we'll just do it slightly differently, but in the end you will just get to see it anyway. Now, if you were to check in and actually stay at Mirage, then you would come this way. Now, you would pass the Players Club, which is there, with the tables there, and the Beatles Lounge. Some people say it's a good place to hook up. I don't know. I've seen a place where people hooked up, and it was at Tropicana, believe it or not. You know, sometimes it's in the most unlikely places, but it does get busy here at night. Lots of people trying to hook up. Usually, you know, because they had lots of conventions here, you got the conventions people coming down, you know, but now it's midday, so none of that crowd. Pantry Bakery, it's a new thing, guys. Wasn't here before. There's another way, very popular way, and I can understand why it's getting, because it's really cool. It looks really pretty. A very nice layout. It's a little bit Parisienne. It's a little bit French, in my opinion. And but you can have lunch here too. And I think obviously you can get coupons and food credit for everything in each resort, but it's very popular, and it seems to be very popular. They have a convention here. They always have conventions, and you know, so they're trying to cater to a lot of people with different tastes. Now, if you were to check in, you would go through guest elevators right there, and you would go depending on which arm of the resort you're staying in. I've stayed here enough times. This time I chose not to. But I want to show you the resort regardless. So if you want to see a room, by all means check one of our earlier reviews. They haven't changed. I know that for a fact. When I review and I don't have much time, I try to go to the places that I know have changed, because I keep myself updated, though I like to see it firsthand. When I hear rumors, oh, this has changed, and there are ways to hear all of that, I like to check for myself. So that's what I'm doing. And the rooms at Mirage haven't really changed, so you don't have to worry about that. They're good. They're very good. So you keep walking, and this is like their own shopping area with the spa and salon, with a shrunk gym with good equipment, but so tucked in. You're practically shoulder to shoulder with people. And then this way, you go this way, and you eventually get to the pool area, which is phenomenal. But I've shown that to you already. Various pools and pictures. Various pools. Yes, I have eaten, haven't I? Various videos. I don't know if I'm shaking too much. I'm trying not to, but I am walking. And I want you to get the impression that you're walking with me. Your usual stores, you know, blah, blah, blah. These are the prices, you know. Now the dollar's gone up, I think, but otherwise it would be very affordable. For everybody. Here you go to the roasted bean coffee, cafeterias. I really like these European style. They're very popular. They'll always be popular with a certain clientele. Okay, and I actually actually like them if it wasn't for the fact that the tables are too small. They're too small. I like big tables because I got my computer and stuff. Isn't it cute? And then of course your various convention areas and so forth. Room, you know, for meetings. Frozen yogurt has been here for ages. Now let's see if I can try and show you at least the entrance to the pool, because I don't have the key this time, but I have taken enough videos and the pool's the same. But I want to show you. So you go in and you just see the entrance. So please check our other videos and check top-buffet.com with all the updates. They're coming now, writing every minute of the day, the next 10 to 15 days, extensively writing. So you got the pool area here, and I can just give you a peek, why not? But you know what it's like because you've seen my other videos, haven't you? And it's a phenomenal pool. That's one thing that I like. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it because you can sit there, for example, sunbathe, and here you can hear the beautiful waterfalls despite the music blasting on the other side, which is a thing that now everybody seems to have embraced. But I have to tell you, having come from a high-end resort somewhere else, the music doesn't have to be like this, guys, but I guess it's the Vegas feel. So now I want to show you. I'm gonna have to go up here. Can you believe it? What are things I have to do? There you go. I've gone up and risked my life to show you this. But I do have an extensive video of the whole Mirage pool area. It is beautiful. It's not very deep, so you really, if you want a deep swimming pool, this isn't it. But it's really large. I love its various waterfalls. It's not too packed, though it gets really, really packed. Now it's lunchtime. It's really one of the best still. It's really beautiful. Now I'm going to pause, get down my little elevation standing point, and show you the rest of Mirage. This is the entrance to Secret Garden and Dolphin Habitat. Can you read it? Secret Garden and Dolphin Habitat. I'll show you. You go in here and you get a feel of where you're going to go in. Oh, yeah, look, I can show you a little bit of the pool from here. I didn't have to risk my life, did I? But you see, like, the chairs are really, 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 really packed together. You're really shoulder to shoulder. And many times it's so busy that you really are breathing on each other's neck. But many of you won't care anyway. Right now it seems to be good. So it's 12:30, seems to be good. Early in the morning it's always good too. I love the waterfall. You cannot beat the waterfall because it kind of muffles all the other noises. And if you are after relaxation, you get pretty relaxed regardless. So you got an annual pass holder. Yeah, you know, if you are a resident of Vegas, why not? I'd do it. And then of course you've got your regular area where you pay your ticket. Now you can get a pass through My Vegas. We did that and I showed you the beautiful area with the dolphins are adorable and the big cats are also adorable. I hope they're well kept. The big dolphins were trying to get out of the pool. Did you see that? Did you see when I showed you? They were trying to chew their way through to another pool. Very smart animals. And so you pay your fare and you continue and you have to see the other video of ours. So general admission, it's $19.95, May 2015. Children is $15.95. The annual pass is a doddle, okay? $49.99 and children $37.50. So almost if you come here several times a year, just buy an annual pass and keep coming back because inside you can sit down, relax, have a coffee. It's not just like run. It's nothing like it. Very, very, very recommendable. You don't have to have kids to come here. I come here without children. I don't have children. So it's just, I feel like I'm taken care of. Maybe I'm a big kid, I don't know. But I love it. And if you love animals, you will love it. Okay, so let's show you the rest of the beautiful Mirage. So now we come back to the Beatles lounge. Empty now. It's as I said to you, it's 12:30 in the afternoon. The casino areas there, I actually really like the Mirage Casino. Even now that they let me down, I like it. I mean, they've got nice games and they have nice. The Players Club, by the way, they have nice games. And usually, unless it's a particular time at night, high limit, and usually they are, you can find a seat relatively easily rather than having to fight. And it's really cheerful. You can hear there is work going on, right? There is always work in some resort or the other. So if you want to come to Mirage and it's May, you might want to skip until the work has been done. I just laughed because somebody just said, did you hear them? They were behind me. Sorry. They think I'm crazy. I like it. When I go around talking to the machine, the little machine, that's why it has to be small, they think I'm insane. We're talking on the phone. And I am happy with both versions. So, somebody behind me was just saying the Mirage has gone downhill. Now, to be fair, they were just walking through the whole renovation area, and it does give you a feeling of being in a grungy area. So check out May 2015, renovations are taking place. So if you want to book, give them a call and find out when the renovations are going to be finished, if that bothers you. This is where you just do buy your tickets for the theater. Now I'm gonna go this way, you get back to the casino. So obviously there's more renovation going on. Bloody annoying, sorry for the word, beg your pardon. But it has to be done, you know, they never really close. They renovate and they stay open. And this is nothing. You should have seen some of those resorts that truly renovated, from being really horrible to being a little better. You practically couldn't walk. Anyway, I'm gonna pause it now and go through a different area. Today the ventilation here in Mirage, and I think it's always the case, because the ceiling is rather low, it's not that good. So if smoke bothers you, it may not be the best casino for you if smoke really bothers you. I mean, today it's okay because there aren't that many people at this hour, say 12:30, you know, there's checkout and there's lunch, you know. But in the evening it can get a little too smoky. And as I say, the ceiling is low, so you're gonna have to put up with that a little bit, which is not fair, I know. But, you know, after all, Mirage is not the newest resort. It's beautiful still, and you can see it, and I'm showing you right now. Now I'm walking out. This is the Heritage Steak, by the way, and the famous Mirage Dome, which you can see from the outside. Now I'm walking outwards, so if you came in, you have to imagine it being the other way around. I still think this is one of the beautiful bastions, can you even say that, of Mirage, the little waterfalls inside the resort, not outside, inside. And I'll show, it's just, it makes me want to sit here and listen to this for a long time. And people are taking pictures, so I'm just going to have to get out of the way as much as I can. And I want to show you this area. And so you've got a waterfall here. Can you see it? And it's inside. This waterfall is an indoors waterfall. And this, can you see the entrance like that? I mean, the vegetation. Over there, on my horizon, there's check-in. And that's, again, I'm going outbound, but if you came into the Mirage, you would go the other way. So it's a nice entrance area, is it not? It's one of my favorite, it still is, but that's not thanks to anything that happened in the last few years, because Mirage has been like this, entrance-wise, for a long, long time. Really, really, really high-end, in my opinion, with this sort of Asian style at the beginning. Can you see it? I'm going to show you this way. You know, that a little colonial. I don't know if it's colonial, but I think a little bit Asian, maybe cliche, but still. And I think it's lovely. It's one of the things, you know, because of the Beatles theme. You have the British booth, phone booth, classic. Oh look, there's a little bird, and there's a little bird right inside the resort. Where do you see that? Did you see it? Did I manage to show it to you? So that's really a nice touch, and for that Mirage is unique, and they know that, and that's why Mirage is never cheap, never. You know, you can be comped, of course, if you gamble. We got comped enough times, but or what you usually do is that you pay whatever rate you pay, you gamble, and the next day at checkout they completely take out all the expenses, so you end up paying nothing depending on how much you gamble. But I never really gambled that much, and every time I stayed here they've waived all our expenses, and it's been really nice. but I cannot guarantee it's going to happen to you, because if you only if you only recycle $50, it's not going to happen, okay? You have to probably recycle $300, and by that I mean recycle. And for that, you need to read top-buffet.com. You can digit on the search bar and find out all about it. There's a section on gambling. Otherwise, you're just not going to get comped. But, you know, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, because you can just pay up front without having to gamble at all. Sometimes that's the easiest and cheapest way, believe it or not. I'm getting out of here because I want to show you on my right side the lobby, hotel lobby. Again, don't you find this beautiful theme? I would say Oriental, but I might be wrong, you know, because it's all subjective, really. Let me tell you, it's not Mediterranean. And I love the check-in area at Mirage. This finally, a breath of fresh air. No smoke. Well, it's non-smoking, first of all. You can't smoke here, I don't think. Certainly not in any area where there could be children. That's the law. So, in fact, if you're a non-smoker and want to know where to go to avoid smoke, basically in Vegas, any area where children are allowed, you cannot smoke. So if you see somebody smoking where there are children, you can tell them to stop, because you know you're safe. So, for example, here lining up to check in, children are allowed here. But where you gamble, children are not allowed to gamble, of course, and so there you can smoke. And there non-smokers have to put up with it. And one thing I really like is this beautiful aquarium. It's still here, at least. That's not changed. Can you see it? It's so beautiful. Look at those fish. That fish. This is one thing. When you check in, and you know, usually a check-in time in about a couple of hours from now, it gets busy, and at least you don't have to bore yourself, but you can just like stare at these fish, and there's so many of them doing different things with different colors that you can, by the time you're done and they call you for check-in, you don't even realize you've waited any time whatsoever. So I'm gonna go back now and step out of the Mirage and then see what the Mirage looks like from the outside, so you get an overall idea of a walkthrough in this area. Here I particularly love it. I really like. I think it's really high end. It's obviously it's to a taste, and clearly it meets my. I like green. I like waterfalls. I like freshness. I like to feel welcome, and I like a lot of beautiful aesthetic things, like hopefully usually natural, like the aquariums and the plants. So to me, and it takes a lot of time and effort to keep it this way, don't forget. So, and it's well kept. So obviously that's also a sign of good management. But there have been some issues, especially in the buffet area. And, you know, as I said, they're doing renovations. So you cannot judge a resort because there's being renovation taking place. There is the renovation taking place because there has to be. So here you go, I'm going back, I'm stepping out, and I'll show you from the outside. And this, as immediately as you exit, or rather as you enter, depending which way to go. Of course, at night it's a lot more impressive, but the beautiful thing about Mirage is, of course, the fantastic pool. It's not really a pool, lake area, lake, tropical forest, and waterfalls, and it's different. This is just the central area, and there are lots of areas on the side. Can you see? We have a separate video on that, in fact, in the day and at night, and I invite you to see that in detail. And of course you are also looking at the Venetian, so it's very impressive at night as well. Really beautiful, and as I said, to keep all of this, it costs money. And that's why I have great admiration for resorts that actually spend a decent amount of money to make a resort as beautiful as this is. If you have cement only, it takes a lot less money, and personally I think there's enough of that. And that's why I'm not impressed by just a regular skyscrapers. What's there to say, you know? This is a lot more impressive to me, and I think it's what makes Vegas unique. Otherwise it's just another city with a couple of slot machines. So I do hope that the upcoming new theme resorts that should be coming, you know, in a couple of years will be as impressive as this one, because I am fed up with skyscrapers, okay? And I'm not naming any names, you know what I mean. And in front, by the way, you can see Walgreens. Can you see Walgreens? Well, there you can get your pharmacy. It's a pharmacy, but you can also buy lots of things, water, anything. So it's always good to have it handy, and it's good that it's right there, very handy. So I'll leave you with Mirage. Hopefully, you have an idea of what to expect. This is an update, 2015, May. We will come back in the summer, of course, because I'm going to keep an eye on this thing. But so far, so good. With that, still very good. But you have to read top-buffet.com for the details, okay? I leave you guys. Bye-bye. I have to stop here. I have to stop. I was on my way out. And I had to stop because here, and I wish I could go in here, inside, it's so peaceful. You manage to hear nothing. And some of you don't care, I know, because you want to party. But personally, sometimes I like peace. And I love the sound of the water. Listen to that. This is the Mirage, by the way. I gotta say it, As I said to you earlier, it takes money to keep a place like this. It costs money. So you have to appreciate it. So I'm showing you Mirage, the entrance, and the Mirage building. For it to be so green and so clean and so immaculate, with the greenery and the plants to be so well kept. I really, they have cut corners on the Magnificent Buffet, what used to be Magnificent. And hopefully they'll change that soon because they're proud of themselves, right? But this is unique. And I think Mirage usually costs, for us, our latest offer was, which I think is really standard, was $57 per night, plus the resort fee, of course. And for Europeans, you will know that that's nothing, right? You know what you get for $57 plus resort fee, which you don't have resort fees in Europe. It's just one price. You don't get a lot. And in any other area of the States and Canada, you don't get a lot, and you get all of this. So yes, I can say that the resort fee, perhaps this is the one time when I don't mind paying it, though I hate resort fees because they always go up and they're out of control. But at least here there is actually a resort with some resort facilities, though I think they should be open a lot later, especially the gym. But the pool is magnificent too, as I showed you. Okay, further down is Treasure Island, and then you have Palazzo and Venetian. Here you've got Harrah's, and there you have Caesar's Palace. So it's really, and over there you've got Encore and Wynn. So it's a really good location. I would consider this so practically center strip now. It used to be just Bellagio, and Flamingo and Caesar where center strip are, but now it's really here too, because the strip is going a bit more north as well. So it's one of the best areas to be in. And I think they know that, and that's why the prices never really go down with Mirage. It's very, very rare to find bargain basement prices, As I say, the best trick is to check in, pay whatever your rate is, say, I don't know, 57 plus resort fee, 47 plus resort fee on slow nights. I've seen it as low as 37 plus resort fee dollars. Pay it. And if you want to gamble, say you recycle $300, and I explain that on top-buffet.com, and then the next day go to casino services, and don't even bother, actually no, scratch that. Just go straight to checkout before, like say at 10 o'clock in the morning, and say, can they take some money off because you gambled. And they've always done that to me. Always, 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 always. And I've never gambled incredible amounts, I tend to be somewhat frugal. But it's been good, and I recommend that if you have to gamble. If you don't gamble, don't bother. Just pay your fee and it'll be cheaper. Then, of course, you cross the road. I don't mean to be mean or silly. And then you have Harrah's. Harrah's, again, it's a piece of history, and I hope it stays. Because I like a bit of history. Though, of course, it's good that it's right on the strip, but it doesn't really have anything. It doesn't have a garden. It doesn't have a lake. It doesn't have anything. So, and they will charge you a resort fee. So, and that's supposed to be, of course, for internet amenities, and I understand that, I respect that, but these days resort fees are ridiculous. I mean, $30, $35, am I the only one who thinks this is crazy? Have I become so frugal that I think this is crazy? At the same time, though, Europeans, those used to paying extensive prices, people in Canada and some other areas of the United States will know that this is a pretty magnificent resort if you manage to get it at the standard price, say $57 a night plus resort fee and taxes. It's beautiful. Personally, it's so hot, it makes me want to go there and swim. I really have this urge. I can see little coins, not that I care about picking them up, but it's funny, isn't it? That people will still do that. And look how magnificent it is. And of course here you still have the music blasting from that area over there, which is the Casino Royale area, which is the less high-end, okay? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I want you to understand. Higher-end resort, and so forth, and not so high-end in front of me, okay? With that thing that it's really blasting out with music, some people like it. It gets them into the Vegas spirit, but not everybody is a party animal, and I thought that everybody was. And I thought that that was the trend, and I still think that that's the trend, because they're trying to appeal to young people who drink hard and party hard because they pay tons of money, don't even know what they're doing. They come here for 4 nights, they just spend thousands of dollars, and these are the ones that I think the resorts want. However, they used to want the gamblers, but the professional gamblers are going to be less and less and less. I have not met many of them, and I meet less and less of them. I guess because the slot machines have become tight. I don't know. It's speculation, and it changes all the time. So don't even pay attention to those who say, oh, you know, this resort has got the tightest machines. Oh, this resort has got the loosest slot machines. It's not true. Things change all the time. And I try and keep updated, and I write about that on top-buffet.com, top-buffet.com. But even I, as you know, sometimes cannot keep up with the changes. So I'm trying now to be as updated as I can. But I decided to show you the outside of Mirage anyway. I just couldn't help it. When I come here, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm supposed to review everything. I'm supposed to go inside all these resorts. So much work to do. But this is so beautiful. If I had a dream house, the outside of my dream house would be like this. And I would not even care about how big or how small the house is. It could be tiny, I don't care. But the outside has to be like this, okay? Listen to this. I could sit here for hours. I guess I'm an island girl. Okay, Treasure Island over there, it's a decent, they have really good offers at Treasure Island these days, really good offers. You can spend as little as $40 per night, plus resort fee, and you get free buffets. Can't get better than that. Sometimes you even get free play. But I will go inside these resorts, and I will do walkthroughs, because I think you guys have asked me enough times, and I've come to do buffets and walkthroughs of resorts this time. And in about a couple of months' time, but even less, probably a month and a half, we're coming back, and we're going to do hotels and stuff. But you know, much of the updates will have to be on the website, because doing the videos takes a lot of time. But I hope you like them and you enjoy them, and you get too used to them. You write to me and say, oh, I want this video, I want this video, I want this video. Sometimes you have to read, okay? You have to read my website. It's very important. Okay, guys, I leave you from Mirage. Bye-bye.